Katie McFarland with me now. All right, Katie, in your opinion, did Biden put in a strong performance overseas?
No, it was terrifying. I mean, we watched an old man kind of bumbling across the stage, mumbling, clearly in mental decline. And it's like the emperor has no clothes. But the real emperor who was important was the one who wasn't there. It's the whole G20. The whole point is to get the world's major economies in the room and sort of compare notes. China boycotted the meeting. They sent their number two. The Chinese president didn't even bother to show up. The Russian president didn't show up. What they're busy doing is saying, look, you guys can all have your meetings, you G20, you world order. We're into a new world order that we're in charge of. And if you want to stick with the old world order, look who you have leading it, a bumbling President Biden. So I thought that this was a really significant meeting, not because anything was done or discussed or what anybody said, it's who didn't show up, and that was the Chinese.
Yeah, let me pick up on that. Kim Jong-un is reportedly already on his way to Russia in that special train of his. He's going to meet Putin. Seems to me that, as you were saying, the new world order is taking shape. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea against the US, Japan, Europe and India. It's taking shape as we speak.
Yeah, and the tragedy is here we are on September 11th, and flat back to, the September 11th, 22 years ago, the United States, although it was a terrible day for America, the United States was the sole superpower of the world, undisputed, world leader, world moral authority. And China was, a growing country, developing country, but not all that important. Now, where are we today? China is the country that appears to be calling the shots. China is the country that looks like it's on the rise. And the United States physically is pictured. I mean, the picture you have in your mind is an America in decline with a President Biden in clear and obvious decline. The symbolism is extraordinary. And meanwhile, as you point out, the North Korean president's meeting with Putin, and what are they going to talk about? The New World Order. And what's in the New World Order? Russia's going to keep fighting in Ukraine. Russia has plenty of money because of high oil prices, so Russia's going to buy weapons from North Korea. It would not be doing that unless China gave permission. So this whole New World Order is the block that is set up against us. Is they think they're in a Cold War. They think it's a war that you have a winner and you have a loser. You do not have equal partners that are going to, trade and compete on a level playing ground. For China, it's a win-lose game, not a win-win game. And they think they're going to win, and they're setting up in front of our faces their new coalition.
Reuters is reporting that we're on the verge of a new prisoner swap. The Iranians get their $6 billion next week, and the word is that they'll start exchanging the prisoners. Are you in favor of these prisoner swaps?
No, and there's a reason that the United States has had historically a policy. If you don't negotiate for hostages, you don't negotiate with terrorists. Why? Because the minute you pay a lot of money to get an American hostage out, what happens? That country goes and nabs a couple more Americans. It's good money for them. It's a great business. What's the going rate for an American citizen to come home? It's over... it's big money. It's over $1 billion. So here we are with Iran already starting to take new citizens, American citizens, as hostages. And the deal, the more you look into it, the worse it gets, right? Because it's a high price tag for an American citizen. It turns out even in addition to that, we had to throw in some Iranian citizens in the swap. And now that the Iranian government has said, well, I know that the Americans think we're going to use this for humanitarian things, medicine and food stuff. No, we're going to use it for whatever we want. And if they want to use that money for their weapons program, their nuclear program, their program to harass countries and do ill deeds in the Middle East against Israel, they'll just do whatever they want to it. So there's a reason we should not have had a policy like this, and it's really going to pay bad dividends for us down the road as more Americans are snatched.
Indeed. Katie McFarland, thank you very much for being with us on this day in particular. Thank you, ma'am.